Today we're talking about dealing with serial interrupters. Oh yeah. You know those people who love to just butt in the moment you start talking? If you want people to stop cutting you off in conversations, you need to first learn why people interrupt you in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to share with you why it happens and 4 ways to stay in control of the conversation. After watching this, I guarantee you'll be more confident in your everyday conversations. By the way, I'm Vinh and I'm a communication skills teacher, and I've helped thousands of people all over the world unlock their voice so they can unlock their potential in their careers and their personal lives. All right, let's get into it. Now, the thing is, can I just clear up a few things? The majority of people who do interrupt, they don't do it because they're bad people. They do it because they want to contribute to the conversation. They do it because they thought you were done. They literally thought you were done. If you're not communicating with clarity that you're still going, well, then part of the reason why people are interrupting you is because you're easy to interrupt. And they literally thought you were done. So we can sit there and continue to blame others. 99% of people who are, I believe, well-intentioned, you can blame them or you can do something about it. You can take responsibility, learn how to communicate with authority and credibility, and also communicate with clarity that, hey, I'm still talking here. And if you do communicate with that clarity, people are going to interrupt you a lot less. Does that mean you'll never encounter one of those ugly trolls? They're the ones that bloody interrupt you all the time. They're real. And I can share with you exactly how to deal with them too. All right? But let's learn how to deal with the 99.999% of people who are well-intentioned, and we want to minimize them from interrupting us and we want to stop them from interrupting us. You can fix this. That's the good news. That's the good news. Now, the first thing I want to say is you can use physical presence to communicate with clarity that you're still going. What do I mean by this? Say you're at a team meeting. While you're at a team meeting, everyone is sitting that day. Everyone's talking while they're sitting. That tends to be the things that happen in team meetings. Then you shouldn't sit when it's your turn to talk. Because one of the easiest moves you can make with your physical presence, and you want to level up physical presence, is stand when it's your turn. It is incredibly clear that even when you pause while you're talking in that moment, you are still going. Whereas if you're sitting and you have low levels of physical presence and you play small, and then all of a sudden you speak, and then after that you pause, now someone's going to jump in because they think you're done. But when you're standing, that clearly and visually communicates it's still your turn. Now, I already can hear some of you thinking to yourself, oh, Vin, but that's so weird. It's so weird if everybody's sitting down, then all of a sudden I stand. It's only weird if you make it weird. Yeah. If you stand and then you're like, well, then now you've made it weird. So don't make it weird. You've got to remember that it's only weird if you make it weird. And here's a line for you if you feel really uncomfortable doing this. Here's a simple line you can say at the start that just gives context. Hey, everyone, I hope you don't mind. I've been sitting all day today. Do you mind if I just stand for my part of the presentation? Is that okay? Oh, thank you, everyone. No one's going to say, damn it, Vin, sit down. Sit down. No, nobody stood, and now you're standing. You're just making it weird. Sit down. I don't care that you've been sitting or sit down. Sit your ass down. No one's going to say that. They'll be fine with you standing. Don't freak out. It's fine. What that does is it communicates more physical presence. Next, increase vocal presence. Learn about all the foundations when it comes to your voice. Use all of your vocal foundations to speak. And as you speak with more of your vocal foundations, especially volume as a foundation, now all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where you've got physical presence and vocal presence. And someone who has physical presence and vocal presence, like me right now, I'm sitting here using my hand gestures, physical presence. I could be standing here to increase physical presence too, but then I'll be out of shot. I'm also using vocal presence, strong vocal presence. This version of Vin is infinitely more difficult to interrupt versus, if I was just talking like this and sharing an idea, you would have been interrupted already because people thought you were done, right? That version of Vin is infinitely more easy to interrupt. And I'll say again, the reason people interrupt you, if they interrupt you a lot right now, is it's because they think you're done. And it's also because you're easy to interrupt. So if you want them to interrupt you less, communicate with more clarity, you're still going with vocal and physical presence, and create some resistance. It's like right now there's no resistance with them trying to interrupt you because it's just far too easy. So all of a sudden now you've got a bit of that physical and that vocal resistance. People are going to go, I'll let Vinh finish. By the way, if you're new here and you would love to support me and the channel, the easiest thing you can do is like the video and subscribe, especially if you want to see future videos from me. And if you're interested in learning more about in-depth communication frameworks, then I've left a link in the description where you can join a 2-hour training with me completely for free. Check out the description or check out the pinned comment below. The other thing I'll say here too is, because sometimes people just want to contribute as a form of value, it's not because they want to interrupt you, it's because they're like, oh, I've got a really good idea, I need to say it, otherwise I'll forget it. And most people have that feeling, and then they feel like I have to get what I'm thinking out, otherwise I'm going to forget it. They forget that you can just get a pen and a pad and just write your idea down. Now, when it does happen, don't be afraid to take the wheel back. It's like you're driving and then someone just grabbing the wheel and then they go, oh, I'll drive now. Don't be afraid to take the wheel back. I'll do a mock scenario of what that looks like. Let's say I'm talking about social media marketing. Look, everyone, I'm really excited to share with you how we can market on social media better, especially when it comes to organic content. Vinh, I've got ideas on organic content too. Let me share my ideas on organic content. I've been doing organic content for the last 5 years. Hey, Sebastian, I know you're super excited about sharing your ideas. I'm still in the middle of sharing my idea. Are you okay for us to come back to you after I've completed sharing mine? Is that all right, Sebastian? Make a note of it. Don't forget it, okay? Write that down. Make sure you don't forget your idea. I'd love to hear from you at the end. And then you continue. I just took back the wheel. I took back control of the situation. Now, again, I can hear in the back of my head, because that's where I can read minds. Yeah, I can read minds. I can hear what you're thinking already. There's a part of you that is thinking, oh, but I don't want to come across as a wanker. I don't want to come across as a dickhead, Vinh. Did I come across like a dickhead just now? I really hope I didn't. Here's how a dickhead would have done it. Sorry, I've said that word far too many times at this point. But imagine I'm talking, and again, I'll replay the scenario for you. Hey everyone, I'm really excited to share with all of you ideas on social media marketing. Oh, Vinh, I'd love to be able to share with you the ideas that I have on organic marketing as well. I've got a YouTube channel, I've got 420 subscribers, and I'd love to share with you my idea. Sebastian, shut up, mate. I was in the middle of my talk. What the f*** were you doing, hey? You thought you were just gonna jump in and it's your turn? I'm sick of you, Sebastian. For goodness sake, you interrupt everyone. You're an absolute jerk, Sebastian. Look, if you did that, you are now a dickhead. I'm really driving this point home because people always have this idea in their head where they say, oh, I don't want to come across as a mean person. I don't want to come across as a bad person. Then don't. Learn how to control your instrument so that you're still able to communicate as a kind, compassionate, and empathetic person, and a person who has authority. Take control back of the conversation. I'll leave you with one last thought here as well, because this is such a big topic. Because we now understand that the 99.9999% of people who interrupt just want to contribute value. They're doing it from a good place. Then learn the art of incorporating what they interrupted with into your idea and into the conversation, and still maintaining control of the conversation. And what I mean by this is, again, the role play, okay? So I'm really excited to share with you all how we can use social media marketing. Oh, Vinh, I'd love to jump in here and just share a couple of ideas on creating organic content, because I've been making YouTube videos since 2010. Sebastian, I agree with you that YouTube videos are an incredible source of organic reach that we are not utilizing at this point. And Sebastian, we'll come back to you at the end of my idea as we explore YouTube more. Are you okay if we come back to you afterwards? And I love Sebastian's contribution there with YouTube. YouTube is one that most corporations don't think about. And it's not just YouTube. It's YouTube, it's Instagram, it's also TikTok. It's using all of the platforms. Do you notice what I did there? I was able to come in, take the wheel back, incorporate what Sebastian said into my own idea, not stealing his idea, because I said we're going to come back to him if we wanted to explore it more. And I was able to let Sebastian know that, hey, still going here, mate, and I'm not being a wanker. I hope this helps you on your journey. And if you liked this video, then I know you'll love this one right here. I'll see you in the next video.